Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm still thinking like the Faceless Void. It's still a decent third.
Yeah, it has to. I mean, I can't imagine that it's crazy that it went that far into the draft without being banned, and so like they're gonna pick it up. Someone's gonna pick it up,
Yeah.
and so they get great counter against everything.
Yeah, it
But
did get a little bit of a nerf in the most recent patch, but I suppose I wonder if SMG is saying that the who do they want to go for Pangolier? Yeah, I wonder if they're saying that the Oracle as well as the Snapfire might be enough to deal with the Faceless Void, because you can get the ultimate off from the Oracle, you can drop the Ultimate Kisses into the Chronosphere there as well, so the Faceless Void not going to be able to stand in one place in that Chronosphere if you don't catch these two heroes.
yeah, I mean, yeah, they could do that, right? Like they could pick, try to counter the face void, but why would I just it's our SMG, they have a plan for it, and we'll see if it works for them or not. You don't not gonna doubt them if they can kill a faceless void. They do have decent like burst damage. They get the RP fault by the quick. They have decent lockdown to offer the faceless void pangolier as well right after.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they can go for. For SMG, they probably need a carry. You do have the Pango in the mid. You get for Moon Magnus for the mid one, so you need some sort of carry. Let's see. Slark,
Nope.
Terrorblade are gone. Morphling is gone as well. What does that leave here for? I mean, there's a bunch of options, of course, they can go for, but let's see. There is the Alchemist. Don't know if SMG. They just lost to it, so they were like, maybe we should pick it. Huh? They banned Bloodseeker. I guess they worry about. Yeah, I guess yeah. Barrider would be mid, so they want to make sure they couldn't go for a Bloodseeker off lane. Okay.
Yeah. So the ban out the Terrorblade, the Slack was gone ages ago. What else do you think Army Geniuses want to remove? I think of the Monkey King. Another
Monkey King.
good hero, yeah, being able to throw that Wukong's command over an RP, with the multiplicators, that would just be stacking damage on damage on damage.
Let's see. We've seen Luna do kind of well in this tournament. When she's picked, you might honestly maybe want to go for something like I've said sniper a bunch of times here, but I wouldn't mind seeing a sniper kit. Oh, yeah, Broodmother. There we go. I was expecting it to come out. So it is going to be Womi's Broodmother for Army Geniuses. Great pick. If you can get on top of the Oracle with the Orchid, which is what I imagine, you go for it. You just kill him. Need to be careful to always go for the Oracle. Naga Siren could be an option now for SMG. If there is probably the best counter to the Broodmother as well as the Faceless Void, if it's gonna be a pick that they could go for, I feel like you want to go for the Naga Siren. Very tanky as well with that extra armor, so it's relatively hard for the Faceless Void to chew through her.
Yeah.
So that would be my pick. I wonder if MKS can play it. It's not a hero that's similar to all the other carries where it's like not quite as easy. Sniper's the other option, but Sniper against Broodmother, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I feel like Broodmother would just eat the Sniper alive.
Yeah, we have seen the Naga Siren being picked up to deal with the Broodmother as well, so the Riptide being able to deal with the Spiderlings. Like you say, you've got that song for a reset if things aren't going your way. Good setup here as well for SMG after or even before the RP comes out, just to set up for heroes. So SMG, maybe thinking about it, it isn't ban out, so it's definitely an option. LC.
Huh? Well, I mean, a carry LC is not too bad because you do have all those Spirelings you can move on, but I mean, there's a decent lockdown against the Faceless Void as well. I kind of like it for that, but I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Army Geniuses. Although it is nice that they have two heroes that can dispel. So if one of them gets caught, you can dispel. The other one can dispel. But overall, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this SMG draft. I'm going to go with what's safe. I think Army Geniuses just it looks like what they have is pretty good. I like what they have. A lot of meta heroes. They have the Faceless Void. Womi's Broodmother has looked really good. Oh, and he's got that creepy skin though. I don't like it.
Yeah, the Scatterblast as well as the Overwhelming Odds might be enough. Swashbuckle there as well. Shockwave, they could deal with the Spiderlings coming out from the Broodmother, so there are answers. Broodmother's not just going to be able to get free reign, but it's whether Womi gets a really good start that lets him snowball into this, get like an early Orchid, then look for the roams, look for the rotations, look for the kills. Yeah, and I think you're going to be looking for the duel into the Mortimer Kisses. here for
Yeah, and they
MKS
have good options.
to get that damage off. And if that's not going to be an option, there's ways for Army Geniuses to turn around with the lasso to get the lockdown onto the Legion Commander. The decays coming out there, as well as the Soul Rips to heal up whoever gets dueled off. Faceless Void could just chrono on top of it, telekinesis as well. So Legion really needs that early BKB, I think, here for MKS.
Yeah, I don't know. SMG feels like a lot of things have to go well for them. They do have combos, like you said, the duel into the Mortimer's Kiss is always going to be good, and you have the RP as well. I mean, like their team fight as 5 SMG could be really strong. That could be another strategy for them. Just run over them RMGs the mid game. They do that. They look pretty solid, but overall, I mean, you're up against a Brood Mother. She's always going to be pushing the side lanes, creating problems. Someone's going to have to deal with her.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe it could be AG taking the first game. And this is a very important match. This is the last match of the group stage. If AG wins the match, not one game, they have to win the 2-0, we will have ourselves a 3-way tiebreaker between Hokori, Army Jesus, and Execration, with each one having a 2-0 on the other one, and a 0-2 with the other team. So Execration beat Hokori, lost to Army Geniuses. Army Geniuses lost to Hokori and beat Execration. Hokori, they lost to Execration, beat Army Genius. So it's, the admins will have to sort it out. Well, what the admins want is for something for a draw, but what I want is a 2-0 for Army Geniuses, because, well, I'm kind of mean in that way.
Well, we'll see what they're able to do. Yeah, I don't know.
This is a strong draft, though. It's a strong opening. It's a good draft from AG.
Yeah, and we've seen this Broodmother just run over teams in about 15 minutes. So AG, they're done. They're done already. This year we want to win this match in the first 15-20 minutes, get right onto that second one where we can guarantee ourselves a chance at the upper bracket.
And even if doesn't end by 15 minutes, they don't win by 15 minutes, they still have the Faceless Void for late game. So not scared about. DB is apparently missing. They don't know where he is. DB, get back here. All right, there we go. He's reconnected. He's here. He's ready to play. Mid one on the Magnus. That is something, though. We talk about Faceless Voids, Chrono being a big deal, but RP is just as powerful. And if mid one can land a few of those, you can just also run over in this game. He does go for more of that utility mag, Blink, Mech, Shard, not like some of the other like Echo Saber, just so you can get a bit of farm. AG, he's saying SMG MKS. Oh, is that maybe? Who knows, right?
Maybe.
In the meantime, though, oh, sorry, you.
No, I was just watching DB just rotate around. He's getting the Quelling Blade on these trees, trying to clear off vision, I guess, for maybe someone to drop a. I suppose you don't want to really ward below the ward point on the cliff, though. On the higher cliff.
30 seconds to battle.
Fu and mid one are here. They're like, they're just gonna punch him in the face a couple of times.
Yeah.
Force him to go back out of the lane. Meanwhile, I'm interested. Is Romy considering going mid? He does. He has a web there. It's not exactly in the lane, so it might just be cheeky web. Nothing crazy. Well, he'll have the mana as well as the cooldown ready by the time the lane stage actually begins. So maybe just nothing for him.
MKS gonna walk into this though. Womi's gonna get rooted to the spot here now. MKS, who did want to go on the Fade Bolt, will be dropped here from Narman. So it looks like MKS not getting the full damage value after that Fade Bolt does come through.
Well, in the end, it's just going to be a 2-for-2 in terms of bounty wins. Although Moon was able to get a D-ward, so starting off with a little bit of extra experience as well as gold, and help him get that ball just a tiny bit faster. Actually, no, he's going to go for the instant magic one, which makes sense. You are up against a Bat Rider. Yep. It's pretty much mandatory.
Yeah, we've seen so many players. I think it was the Ember Spirit yesterday that we saw do it twice, where he didn't even go for the bottle second item. It was straight into like the boots and the magic wand to make sure he was mobile enough to get away from the sticky napalms and the fireflies, and then the one to heal up through those sticky napalms.
Broodmother top lane, by the way, this hero's regen is insane with the spin web. Spin web get +2 per level, so you can get like spin web to maybe level 2, and you get 7 HP regen. It's insane. How many heroes start with a free ring of health? Like, hey, here we go. I was like, you want a ring of health? Just just drop a spin web. I'll give you a ring of health. That's fine.
Yeah, and
That's
you can see as well
absolutely
Namen and
crazy.
Paulson trading out, but yeah, Womi, he's taking a lot of thrust from MKS. MKS going for the first level in the moment of courage coming through here, because Womi, he's just getting so harassy onto the Legion Commander.
Harassing, yeah. Narvin, by the way, he's also got the headdress, so that's an additional 2 health regen. That's
Cool.
Womi is just gonna have a very fun time this lane. They might be able to harass him, but killing him is gonna be very tough for them.
Yeah, and look at this as well. He's probably going to go for, I assume, the 1-1-1 build. The root comes out onto him now as well, but the Fade Bolt flies through. MKS, does he want to drop another web here, Womi? Doesn't look like he wants to use another charge for those trees, and MKS just has to back himself away.
Dude, he's got 10 health regen without a tango. He's got 10 health regen without... that's insane. That is insane.
That is as much as MKS has with a tango. Seriously, look at him. He's 16.7 health coming out of it with when the tango gets popped in by the Broodmother.
Oh god. This is one of the reasons why this hero has been doing so well. Narman, though, he might be in a bit of trouble here.
Telekinesis comes out. They're going to be able to go in the Insatiable Hunger now as well. One more right click. MKS does get the first blood, and Womi isn't going to be able to get any revenge from this onto Paulson, but Paulson might be able to turn it around here. MKS is pretty low, though.
Yeah, and, well, Rubik was going to have a bit of trouble here. But Womi, he should be fine. It's okay if it's the Rubik who dies, as long as he's going to be fine. Meanwhile, mid lane, how are we seeing Moon? He's 12-4 to the 11-3 of In Your Dream. So very even. Moon's slight advantage because he is a melee hero. But, you know, over time, maybe those sticky napalm stacks are going to be a little bit more and more annoying for Moon to deal with.
Yeah, and bottom lane now as well. DB as well as Varish in this bottom lane. Mid one, how's he looking here? He's got himself that bracer.
Yeah, he's suffering though. 7-2 is half the CS of DB. So as usual, this is what happens when you go up against and die. We've seen time and time again the morph links up
top lane. MKS, Paulson going to be taking a lot of damage. You have to move themselves away from Womi there. Namen as well with the bouncing Fade Bolt. And it's just, look at this LC. You can see that he's gone for the overwhelming odds to try and do a little bit more extra damage, or maybe try and secure those range creeps. And I get the point of it in the mid game. You're going to be able to try and deal with those spiderlings, but for now, I mean, who wouldn't suffer up against the Broodmother in this lane?
No one. Oh, well, maybe not. No one. Everyone's gonna suffer. No one can really deal with it. And by the way, he's got 2 bracers on MKS because he's like, I need the health regen. You know, yeah. I really need the health regen. And it helps, but it's still adorable compared to what Womi gets. It's still very cute.
Yeah, I mean, what's he up to now with this as well? Because it's still going to be the first level in the spin webs. So the max move speed bonus is only 18%, but that's what he needs at running at heroes, not running away from them. And it gets up to 11 regen coming up at level 4. Womi, he's going to be unkillable for the first, I don't know, 10-15 minutes of this game if he plays it right with these webs.
Pretty much, and he's going to go for that Orb of Corrosion. So when he jumps on people, they're going to be slowed down even more, and a little bit of health as well. Broodmother, you do start with pretty low health pool. You know, it's still only 740, and you know it helps you out a lot. Your strength is pretty good though, 3.2, pretty solid. But now she feels just a little bit tankier. And Insatiable Hunger. Can they go from KS?
Yeah, KS trying to run himself away. Telekinesis comes out. Womi's going to be able to secure the kill. Great lift there by Namen.
I just feel bad for KS. This is just such a brutal lane. And Moon, he's just going to go stack a little bit and gets the bounty in for himself. Tough situation. Bottom lane's not looking much better for SMG though. A DB with the 25-10, whereas mid one's only got 13-6. We see sometimes the Alpha tries to pull a lane, like the creeps a little bit back for him, but it's not enough. I mean, he's getting crumbs in this lane.
Yeah, and yeah, you can see Afu, he's got those brown boots up now, but again, coming up against 2 strength heroes, Barish is going to have a great time with the top lane, MKS. I think he'll be able to get the kill onto Paulson now as well. Paulson, Womi's going to be taking a lot of damage, but he's going to be chased down. One more right click, and it should be enough from Womi to secure this kill. Paulson using the Fairy Fire, he gets the instant root, but it doesn't matter. The Fade Bolt comes through, and another 3-1 here, and this top lane, Womi, having a great time. 1 kill, 2 assists, and he's just put in the DLC on such a back for MKS here. Just can't get going in this lane.
Not at all. Maybe when the snap... I mean, we're seeing the Snapfire Alpha's like making stacks, realizing that the situation is pretty dire. He only gets the ancient stack, but Vareshi walks in, he's like, oh, let me see what you got. puts in a sentry right in front of Afu's face. He's like, nope, you're not gonna. That's disrespect right there. That is just mean. But yes, what is he gonna be doing here? Oh, poor guy. He's level 3, man. He's level 3.
Looking at this as well, the top lane,
Narman,
Moon's
though.
having to rotate over onto Narman. Yeah, he's going to be able to get the swashbuckle onto the camps as well. So Moon, he says, right, I'll help you kill the position 4. Because they're just getting nothing out of it. Meanwhile, Arthur in the mid lane, he gets a little bit of solo XP, which does leave mid one alone to get solo XP for himself. But, I mean, DB, he's getting close. He's halfway towards level 6 now. And the Batrider's even going to rotate over as well. They might be able to get a lasso off of this. So it's going to be a time dilation comes through now as well. Do they even need to drop? It's going to be an instant pushback from the flame break. So the skewer cancelled off. And lasso not even needed there.
I was thinking you might be forced to use the lasso, but he's like, nope, let me just flame break him right in the face. Well played by In Your Dream. And Army Geniuses, they have a really good late game draft, and they're already taking the pretty sizable advantage here. Womi, he's going to go for the arcane boost just so he can spam out his spells, and then I imagine the orc is going to come out fairly soon after that. And look at the CS. Moon's doing well, but the other two, oh dear lord, they are just suffering. I'm not sure who's having a harder time, MKS or mid one.
Yeah, no, it's going. I mean, I suppose MKS, because you want your carry to be hitting like the Faceless Voiders. You want him to be on those 40 last hits. You want him to be, getting as much farm as possible. Meanwhile, the mid lane is going to be the drag back Moon. Did you want to go for the lasso? No mana here on this Batrider once again to be able to use it. He was about 20 mana away from it. So Moon going to be able to get the Rolling Thunder away from danger.
That's fine for Army Geniuses because Moon is the playmaker right now. He is the guy who's going to be sort of like winning this part of the game for him. It's very important that Moon gets shut down. Him using his ultimate getting nothing out of it is a big deal. And look at Womi, he's like, stacks! Thank you! I wasn't getting enough gold. How did you know, Pelosin? And with Moon using his ultimate, Womi is very aware that I can just do this without fear of anything.
Yeah, and look at this as well. MKS trying to get a little bit of farm from the Spiderlings with the overwhelming odds, but Womi just he micros away from himself. Does he want to go here? He's got those web charges. So he can try and make a move. And again, Narman's rotating in. It's only level 5 MKS. What's he going to be able to do with this? Paulson, he's only level 4, no ultimate. There's going to be the rotation coming through. Can he get enough damage to get this one out now as well? But it looks like MKS might be able to turn it around. Does hit 6. Is he going to be able to close the gap or root anything to get on top of Narman? Meanwhile, In Your Dream gets the kill into Afu. But can they get this duel off Narman? The duel will be coming underneath the tower. An instant kill to Paulson being able to pick that one up.
Yeah, Womi a little bit greedy. They kind of, I mean, they saw Moon was in the jungle. They kind of, Narman was spotting him out. I guess they assumed that he just wouldn't come up or they could survive it. But no, in the end, they paid the price, and MKS gets a dual victory. Still, it's not like the game's over from that. I still think that the Batrider's going to be doing fine. Mid lane, though.
They're going to be able to go into this Batrider. Can he get himself away rooted? And Paulson picks himself up another kill in about the space of a minute. Narman, Rolling Thunder, it's going to carry on going. It's going to connect onto him now as well. The swashbuckle. And Moon cleans that one up. Really good rotation back into the mid lane. Get themselves 2 heroes. They might even be able to get more on this. Varus, though, running himself back to base. Bottom lane. Oh, top lane.
Womi. Yeah, Womi's trying to go for it, but yes, that's about the extent. Gets MKS down to about a third of his health, but no more than that. Is DB going to go for a Hand of Midas? He's got something on the... Yep, he is going for the Hand of Midas. Courier's bringing it in. 9 minutes, pretty good. And of course, like, he knows this game's probably going to go late. He believes in Womi's ability to carry them through this stage of the game, so like, why not? I'll just go for the Hand of Midas.
Yeah, and like you say, he can rely on Womi to create that space and just be an absolute havoc in this top lane. And then around the map, once he has that Orchid, I mean, what's he looking at? It's going to be the Soaring first after the Mana Boots. Then I assume the Orchid after that.
Yeah, he's going heavy for the mana items, right? Like wait, MKS, is he gonna be fine? He's gonna be fine. Like, he's already got the arcane boots. Now he's going to go back for the soul ring. Oftentimes you see just the soul ring, but like I'd have no doubt that Womi is very aware of how to play this hero. So if this is the build for the hero, that's the build I'm picking for my position 5 Brood Mother. You know, arcane boots into the soul ring. That seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, MKS. There's 3 heroes about. Do they want to try and drop a tombstone now as well? 2 points into that MKS. Narman's going to be close, but you can see Womi's just trying to farm these camps up now. Might make a move over the spider webs. MKS could be in a little bit of trouble. Did they want to go? Decay is going to be dropped now as well. There's a tombstone. Where's that telekinesis? The drag back. It does come. The spawn spiderlings now as well. MKS underneath this tier 1 tower. The chase down. One more right click. No, there's going to be the ultimate coming through from Paulson. It might be enough with the TP. Does it save his life here? Inside the base, we'll find out if he pops or not, and he's going to be able to keep himself alive, but it might be at the cost of Paulson. Moon rotates in, Varus gets the kill. In Your Dream's going to be going now as well. Rolling Thunder though, and Moon, he's collapsing onto the Batrider with this Rolling Thunder. Carries on going through the trees, and Womi needs to run himself away. Just barely dodges off the Thunder, and Paulison trying to keep himself alive, but one more right click should be enough. Yeah, In Your Dream gets the kill, and the Mortimer Kisses being dropped onto the Batrider. Batrider, is he going to be able to get himself away from this one? It looks like, in fact, the Mortimer Kisses were shifted away from the Batrider swashbuckle. It just cleans up onto the Rubik. The shield crash was stolen, but as soon as that was stolen, Moon, just like a heat-seeking missile, takes down the Rubik. But yeah, the Mortimer Kisses as well moved away from the Batrider, so Moon could secure the kill onto him.
What that was insane play by both teams. I love what Womi did, where he would go out to attack Pelosin, and then Moon would try to roll into him, and he just dodge him in the web. Very well played. Overall, SMG very happy with that. They lost Pelosin, but they keep MKS alive. Nice. A false promise come out from Pelosin, and Moon as well. Great play with the roll, and just off at the end, like you're like, oh wait, you're right. There's a snapfire, heavy artillery raining from a distance, and suddenly Army Genius is the one that's looking a little bit on the back foot here. What the item? MKS, he's gonna go for the first item, Armlet, after the phase boots. I like it. Just wants to get those, the bonus strength, makes him really scared when he duels. Moon's already got the Fuser Blade. Afu looks like he's gonna go for the shard and to the Wraith bag. Oracle doesn't really have anything except the arcane boots for himself, whereas mid one, I think that the blink deckers should be coming up for him in about 300 gold. He is very close to it.
Yeah, because it is that carry Legion Commander, you don't need to be going for the quick blink into the blade mail. You are relying on mid one to get that initiation, the drag back with the skewer to set up for the duel a little bit later on into this game. And when that blinks up, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Magnus Roman and maybe looking for that next duel victory here on MKS.
It is going to be a bit of a late Orchid for Womi after he went for this arcane boots and soul ring. It's not the fastest. Sometimes we see people sort of rush the Orchid just because it gives you a bit of mana regen. Sometimes we see, soul ring into Orchid, but the arcane boots, it has slowed him down. He's using a lot of mana to stay on the map, so it makes sense why he'd want it, but it's been costly for him,
Yeah.
Undying just hit level 6, so he's gonna have his ultimate for the next fight. Definitely needs it. Definitely need a bit of a body in the front line. DB just complete free farm so far behind Moon, but I imagine with the hand of Midas, he's gonna be able to overtake him at some point.
Yeah, he's not too far off the Maelstrom as well, which will accelerate the farm even further. About 600 gold, so probably by the time this next hand of Midas charge comes around.
Narman.
But they're going to be able to get the jump on him now as well. It looks like the duel comes through. Narman, though, he's going to be able to survive through this. Is he? Yeah, just MKS gets the last swing as the duel wears off.
He actually still pressed the attack from MKS, used it on himself, so he got that extra heal to stay alive, not giving away that duel victory. So good play by Narman, but still loses his life, So he's still SMG slowly taking over this map. And we're expecting Womi to just be a little bit more active, but item build slowing him down significantly.
Yeah, there's going to be a rotation into MKS in this bottom lane, though. In Your Dream comes in. He doesn't want to drop in the lasso. Flame Break pushes him back. Are they going to be able to get it? Because mid one comes through. He has that RP, but the telekinesis he could go. They're not going to be able to catch in the RP. And now it's Varus, but the false promise comes through, and the Mortimer Kisses starting to be dropped. He might be able to get the kill onto the Undying now as well. Moon comes in. Shield Crash. Afu gets it with the Mortimer Kisses. Cleans up onto Narman, and this Tombstone, like the tower before, it will fall in this bottom lane. MKS has that duel available. Again, if they can find some vision, he might be able to get the jump onto DB.
Interesting. They're
going to go. Chronosphere comes out into 2, though. There's still going to be 2 heroes. Do they want to move over with the MKS? They don't. And DB just has to pop that Chronosphere and then time walk himself out of danger. 4 heroes stacking up, and he knew he couldn't outfight that.
By the way, check out what Varish went for the Undying. No ultimate at level 6. Opting instead to go for more soul rip.
Mid lane, there's going to be the jump back. The cookie comes in onto the Batrider now as well. In Your Dream, RP gets dropped. And so will In Your Dream.
Wolmy's on the way there. Is he gonna try to get a kill on someone? Might be able to get Afu. Afu does lose his life.
Look at these, the Spiderlings, just the shield crash into the swashbuckle, and Moon gets so much bonus gold from them.
Yeah, I mean, this is why he's the highest net worth. In MKS, we thought he'd be having a tough lane. He's just second net worth. He's fine. Wolmy's the one who's actually struggling. Still needs about 1,000 gold for this Orchid. This is a slow Orchid. Now, we can officially say that, you know?
Yeah.
We've seen those 10-minute Orchids come out. It's going to be, what, 17 minutes before he gets it?
Oh, DB, they find him with the Rolling Thunder now as well. The MKS, does he want to come in with the duel? He's going to be popping out. Another Rolling Thunder into the swashbuckle, and Moon secures the kill. But the duel victory, MKS gets his second duel on the board.
Looks like Batrider is going to go for the BKB, feeling like I just need to show up and help my
Look at
team.
this though, SMG,
They
they
just
just
disappeared.
carry on moving through. Moon, they might be able to jump onto In Your Dream. No Blink Dagger on the Magnus, so he went straight for the Lotus.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
How are they doing this on SMG, playing this so well? By the way, did Max not go for Blink Dagger? He went for the Lotus Orb first item, just so that when that Dispel comes out, the Orchid Science comes out, guess what? You have another counter for it. And if SMG, they stick together, it's going to be very hard for RMGs to take a fight. Wolmy might just have to, we might just see a lot of split push coming out from RMGs saying we need to find a way to not fight them 5 as 5 because look at them, they're all in the mid. They're all together, SMG. They're holding hands in this situation.
Isn't that Sheep's voice line? Come mid and hold hands with me?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that
That's
looks like what they're doing here on the side of SMG. Not separating from each other, so they make sure... It's like any Predator or Alien film, right? You don't split up, you don't go out to the groups, because the big scary Alien Predator thing is going to kill you one by one. So if you stick yourselves together, the lasso comes out onto Moon, though. There's going to be the Rubik's Cube flowing through from Norman, because he did steal the Rolling Thunder now. He might be able to get the stun into the Pangolier, and Paulson's going to fall right after.
That's what happens when you don't have everyone available in the fight. They did lose people one by one. Afu is going to be able to be out. But what about mid-wise?
It's a lot of damage to Wolmy. He gets the kill. RP comes through onto the Batrider, but look at this. Wolmy just wants to carry on going through the duel victory. Does go the way of the Legion Commander up to 56 now. Might be able to turn, but the Chronosphere comes out, catches onto both of them. This is going to be a 5-man wipe.
They're doing it. Wolmy with a triple kill in that fight, and Orchid is finished. Not the best Orchid, not the earliest Orchid. There are counters, but the SMG losing that fight. I thought Afu was just going to teleport out of there, but he loses it. A little unfortunate. This is what happens when they were they separated, right?
Yeah.
That's what we talked about. 2 of them show up, they lose Moon, they lose Pelosin, then the rest are like 3 versus 5. Can we really take it? And they just lose it one by one that fight. The Army Geniuses, they're very happy. That is the swing that they needed. Sheep was right. You know, they should have been holding hands. Let's see. Oh, check out Pelosin's item build, by the way. He's going for the Blink Dagger next. I love it, just so you can blink and make sure if someone's in the corner, you don't always have that cast range. You might need to go to the other side. So you can
Afu's going to be deleted again.
Wolmy? Well, mid one gets to farm those spiders, but it's not too bad because you're able to get the kill on Afu. Yeah, I like the Blink Dagger coming out from Pelosin. Blink, you're able to basically save anyone inside the chrono.
How's MKS looking? He's got 56 dual damage. He only went for the 1 level in the overwhelming odds as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose he just wants the man fight, right? Because we've seen the shield crash into the swashbuckle, clean up on the Spiderlings. So it's not an awful thing to say that MKS is just trying to maximize his effectiveness at winning duels.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, right? Like, you just want to have the extra attack speed for press the attack. You want to counter with the most curse. Plus, you have, with Empower on you, every hit hits really hard. So you're countering a lot. You're attacking fast. You don't really want the overwhelming odds. DB, Chrono up is 30 seconds, so SMG, they know they can fight if they wanted to.
Oh, the multiple kisses, the slowdown onto the Batrider. The Batrider's going to be caught out, Rolling Thunder now as well. He might be able to... Does he get himself over to the high ground? Doesn't matter, Afu still had the multiple kisses left to get the kill. Rubik's Cube comes out once again. He's going to be able to roll through. Does he get himself onto Afu? He wants to carry on going. He might even be able to find out Moon as Vash gets a kill onto Paulson on the backlines. And now they get the silence onto Afu. Afu, can he get himself away from this one? The duel comes through, though. They're going to be able to clean up onto Narman.
That's a big duel victory for him. He was able to get 28 damage out of that on MKS. And still, it's not too bad. Army Geniuses, they still have... Oh, Moon.
Did he find
That
out
might be some
Varish?
risky.
They might be able to jump now as well. Yeah, mid one again. He pulls back with a shockwave, and Varish pops the flesh golem, but he's still gonna fall.
Yeah. SMG, they're like, well, who's gonna actually damage us inside the chrono if we get 5 macro? And I mean, he's got the Bat Rider and the Rubik dead, and you've got Womi who literally can't do anything inside the chrono. This chrono is coming out. Womi is like, please let it end so I can fight them now.
Yeah, he's outside. Let me in. Let me in.
Just let me. Just give me a bite. You know, just let me bite just one of them. So you can't do anything in that situation. So very smart by SMG recognizing that, yeah, we can just do whatever we want. We don't even care if we get 5 man chronos. However, MKS might care if he gets chronos, although he's backing out in time, so he should be okay.
Yeah, he's just moving himself back. 84 dual damage now on the LC. Still only level 2, so he's going to get the 28 and not the 38 bonus damage. Really weird numbers to give as well. I'm sure there's a balancing reason behind it, but like instead of making it like 30 and 40 or something like that, 18, 28 and 38.
Oh, it's because of the talents, right? You mean like the talents
Oh
give
yeah,
you 10,
the,
right?
the plus 8, yeah. I forgot that got changed into that.
Well, they lose Narman and Varish. He doesn't have his ulti. DB, are you willing to chrono for him? He's like,
Duel comes
no.
out underneath the tower, yeah. They get another victory here now as well. 112 damage. And in your dream, does he want to try and catch him? He might be able to go into Afu. Flame Rake pushes him back, but he gets a cookie. He's not going to be pushed back at all. And now Womi, he goes onto the Pangolier. The Pangolier is going to be a really nice lockdown there with the lasso. DB gets himself a double Chronosphere as well onto Politan. So there's not going to be any ultimates coming through to save the lives of anyone in that Chronosphere, because he was inside the Chronosphere. And now they get the kill. They're going to be able to chase even further onto this. Army Genius says, do they go? MKS, what's he going to be able to do to try and trade off onto DB? Doing a lot of right-click damage, so DB goes for that time walk away.
They have an RP. They have an RP if they want to use it, but he's like, why use it and then what? But again, this is the power of the Faceless Void. He chronos 2 supports, just takes them out by himself. Even though it was 5 versus 3 advantage for SMG, they are the ones who run away scared. They're the ones who are like, whoa, we don't want to do that. They were able to bring down both supports without like losing anything. And then they just realized, no, we still can't deal with this DB. We still can't deal with the Faceless Void. And he's not even top of net worth.
No. And yeah, he's having a great time here with this Maelstrom behind him. Midas just finding the... I think they're going to go into this. The cookie comes out as well. They're going to be able to get the stun. Womi's going to be close with his Spirelings as well as the webs if they want to get in on this. And they might know what's happening now as well. I think they saw the swashbuckle. Yeah, the Spireling's going to walk in. No Chronosphere.
Pelosin?
Did he clean up? They just delete the Spirelings there. But Womi, does he want to try and come in? Contest is going to be the multiple kisses as well. He's going to be skewered outside of the pit, and MKS, he gets that. He gets the Aegis. They get the kill onto the Roshan. They even get the kill onto Womi. Paulson picking that one up.
They were forced to use the BKB on the Legion.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Duel on the bottom lane. He's going to be able to get himself another victory. Cleans up on the Bat Rider. Yes.
They're so fast on MKS. But yeah, they were forced to use the BKB. That's the first BKB for the Legion Commander to secure the Roche, but overall, they're still very happy with that. Oh, look at Varish. He's gone. SMG all over the map just because they know the Chronosphere is down, and that is RMGs. When it's up, RMGs are very scared. But without it, you really can't fight. Oh, DB, is he going to man up against mid one versus one?
He's not got the Chronosphere. There is an RP, and there's a tower to TP close to. If you're someone like, oh, I don't know, an LC in the mid lane now as well. Rubik trying to get himself away.
No, he's going to be fine now. Yeah, a little bit scary. What is the graph telling us? 83% for SMG. Seems a bit high, but they do look pretty bad. Oh,
it's going to be a Power Ranger TPing onto this, though. MKS, he has that Aegis. Do they want to try and go? They're going to be able to blow him up the once, maybe. No, they're not even going to be able to do that. Paulson comes through. He's going to be able to keep him alive, and MKS is just going to be able to right-click through this. Goes for the blink away. Is he going to be surviving through this false promise? He does. Just barely. He's going to be able to regen through now as well, though. Jump him back. He might come through. And again, he has an Aegis, so he can come right back into this fight if he wants to. What was stolen is going to be a shield crash once again as the Rolling Thunder does come through the front lines, and they get the cleanup again onto the Rubik. They can go even further. 3-man Chronosphere comes out. What can they do with it? Even the Centaur, the neutral getting involved in this. The RP though on the side of DB. Did he actually commit to that? No, it was just a tease on it to get DB to run away from it. And now the duel onto the Bat Rider. They're going to be able to take him down. They might even be able to get themselves onto Womi though in the trees. And they couldn't get the swashbuckle in time.
We're not seeing a lot of these lassos come out. I'm not sure what's up with In Your Dream. He's 378. He just holds on to the lasso when they kind of need him to use it as early as he can. Whereas mid one, he's just holding on to RP, but that's very threatening for Army Geniuses. They're always worried about it. Meantime, though, MKS, he is just healing up. The Aegis not even expanded. Still got 3 minutes on it. Womi, he's got the Aghanim Scepter, but it is a very tough situation now for Army Geniuses without the Chronosphere. And they're up against the RP.
Yeah, the Empower does come out here. They might be able to drop it onto Womi. Shield Crash, though. Well, he gets the bash onto the Undying. The cookie comes through onto MKS. There's got to be nobody behind him. He does have that Blink Dagger duel up if he wants to go for that now. So he did go back for the Blink Dagger. AC is going to be the next thing here for the LC.
I don't think I doesn't know if they'll be able to just do anything against this push. And yep, mid bottom rack's taken. Rubik, he steals press the attack. A good ability to put on the Faceless Void inside the Chrono, but you are now quite far behind. You are now in a lot of trouble if you are an Army Geniuses. 11,000, 1 racks. How are you going to take a fight? Firstly, you have to wait for the Aegis to expire, so there's 2 minutes left. Assault Cuirass finished on Legion Commander. For Rish, he puts a ward. He sees where they are. That's kind of good for them.
I mean, it is, but he's still sticking around, though. This is like the danger zone here, as SMG just pushing right into this.
He's a strong man. He doesn't have to be scared of them. He's like, I know exactly where you are. I'm not scared. Check out the Aghanim's the special
top lane now as well. DB going to be caught up by Moon. Does he get himself away? The Diffusal Blade slowing him down here. Faceless Void. He was disarmed. The cookie comes through as well. They're going to be able to get the stun onto the Faceless Void. Rolling Thunder going to be coming through onto him. He pops that BKB. DB's not got the Chronosphere for 20 seconds. Do they have the lockdown? Swashbuckle comes through. It gets the bash off of DB. Afu might be able to get himself away from this time. Walk forward. One more right click. They do get the kill onto Afu. But while this is going on, just look at it. SMG is saying, great distraction there. We're going to take your mid lane tier 3 and a lane of melee racks.
They might consider smoking for Army Geniuses. Chrono's up. It's 5 versus 4. And, they know exactly where SMG is. This could be an opening for them.
The jump in the duel onto the Batrider. Batrider just gets absolutely deleted.
It's not... I said it was an opening, but not so sure about that. Oh, here we go, Chrono.
The Chronosphere comes out, it's going to catch, but they've got the ultimate again onto the Pangolier. The heal's coming through onto him, Fadeball. It's not going to be enough damage, and now he's going to be able to shield crash down. The Swashbuckle onto the Faceless Void. He's trying to get himself on with the high ground. Great RP onto 3 heroes. Look at this lockdown now as well. The lasso comes through, but they're just cleaning up left, right, and center. And Womi's going to be the next one to fall. Seriously, somebody call Kenny Loggins, because SMG putting Army Geniuses right in the danger zone. Paulson gets to clean up once again. MKS, he just carries on going. He's got a duel again in 10 seconds.
It's looking like it's pretty much over right now. Army Jesus, that was their Chrono. He gets disarmed by DB gets disarmed because when he fought top, he used his BKB. So he's like, oh, it's available top lane. Sorry, I was gonna say top lane. In Your Dream, he might be in trouble. MKS runs at him, but luckily for In Your Dream, he makes it out in time. But it is brutal. It is really brutal right now. I don't see how Army Jesus can make a comeback from this. It's going to take them just an absolutely perfect Chronosphere with a Batrider on top of it. Batrider, he is top. He is trying to slow down this push that's coming out from SMG, but still he needs a lot of time. A minute left for Chronosphere, so probably going to have that for the defense of the top lane. But you might need 2 Chronospheres,
I don't know if they're going to get 2 Chronospheres here. MKS.
3 Chronospheres, yeah.
3 Chronospheres. It's a tall order.
Well, especially now that Refresher Shard and Refresher Orb share a cooldown, so that's a lot of force. But DB is he's level 90. Level 20, you do get the 95 attack speed talent, which is really like a big buff to your damage. Like that could help.
Yeah.
It's a big hold. It's a big hold.
Oh, you might be able to get another jump here, MKS. They're just all hiding outside of the trees, waiting for the Faceless Void to show. But Barish, he gets locked down. They're going to be able to get another duel. And he just snowballs. He's carrying on going here.
Moon.
Backlines? Moon? Yeah, now he's celebrating with the Rolling Thunder now. Womi. Ultimate Kisses are going to drop. Can he cook this Spiral alive here? It looks like they're going to be able to clean him up. And MKS, 9-3-9. It was a rough start for the LC in that lane. And she's just absolutely turned this around.
Molodier is finished on the Faceless Void. He doesn't want to go back to base until he's level 20, but I don't think you have the time for this, bro. You might need to go back. He's like this. I'm going to go back. And can he do anything with this? Oh, big jump in by Moon to control him.
He's going to slow down. The
Here comes
Chronosphere comes out, though. BKB going to be popped mid one, waiting
Not
on
much
the
damage.
sides. Tombstone's going to be dropped, but he gets a Horn Toss over onto the Undying, and Moon, he's just going to be able to go into the roll. They get the drag back onto the LC, but MKS going to be just immediately, the ultimate comes out just to dislodge that lasso, and Moon chasing through. What else can they do? In Your Dream on the back lines. They get the Megas. Do they want to carry on going? I'm hearing a duel. Where is that duel? They could be onto the Faceless Void, and Faceless. Paulison secures the kill, but look at this MKS. He's fountain diving now. The RP in the fountain. They're making an absolute mockery out of Army Geniuses. The GG is going to be called 19-39 at 30 minutes on a 25k net worth lead. And Team SMG, what a recovery from the early game.
Yeah, it was looking really good for Army Genius at the beginning, and then, I mean, it was a couple of odd choices. Firstly, I don't know how I feel about that Arcane Boots on Womi. Feels like it slowed his Orchid so much. You go for Arcane Boots and Soul Ring, you know. So, the SMG was able to sort of play around that, and you just didn't see much from Narman and Varish after the laning stage. DB got a couple of decent Chronos, but there's just not much to do there, and damage added to that. So tough game by MG's. SMG, on the other hand, played this really well. Pelosin, so many good saves. Moon very active. It feels like it was just like Moon, Pelosin, as well as MKS. MKS with those insane duels. Right after a really tough start, he just just did whatever he wanted. So well played by SMG. And RBG says that does end their chances of going to upper bracket, and should mean that we probably won't be having tiebreakers in any situation.
Yeah, it would mean that Execration gets into the upper bracket above Hikori. And that should be, so the 1-1 stops Army Geniuses as well from being able to equal the score. So there's no tiebreaker situation to come out. So it will just be Execration in the top 4 here, and SMG. I mean, how are the standings looking themselves? If we take a look at Wikipedia, just to see, how they stand up in the groupings. So they move up to second above Boom there. And yeah, they could even, no, they couldn't. They couldn't move into first, but they can cement that place. I mean, yeah, second place, because they've lost 2 less matches.
I actually believe that their win just now doesn't count, so they're actually 11-4. So they could end up with 12-4. Yeah. So they could end up tied with Fnatic, and SMG and Fnatic is actually a tie. Not sure what the rule breaker for that one is, but we'll probably know it when we come back after the break.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody will whisper in our ear and tell us what actually happens, or if the top 2 teams are in a draw. But for now, we are going to be taking a 10-minute break, guys, to get ready for the 6th and final game of the day, as SMG, they look like they're mad after that Fnatic series. They just want to steamroll here. And Army Geniuses, do they have any way to stop this? We'll find out after the break.